well and that your essays are coming along smoothly. Since they're due soon, I wanted to go over a couple of things really quickly. Some of the things I'm about to say now were on the syllabus, but it doesn't hurt to review a few things. So I've pulled up the MLA formatting in Google Docs directions document, which is available on our Canvas homepage. You can look at this anytime during the semester. It will be up the whole term. Also, while it does say Google Docs on it, the basic instructions will work for Microsoft Word as well. Some of the locations of the information are a bit different, but the ideas are the same. So let's get into it. These are the things that any professor means when they say MLA formatting. So keep that in mind. These are not just instructions for my class. In other words, if you want to download this guide and use it elsewhere, that's fine with me. The first thing you'll see is that you need to have your font size set at 12-point font. All right. That goes for the entire essay, including the title and your identifying information. You will have to change this as the default these days in both Google Docs and Microsoft Word is 11-point font. Do this first so it stays the same for your entire essay. From there, the next thing you need to do is create your header. In MLA, that is your last name and the page number. It needs to appear on the top right-hand corner of every page. That's what you see right up here. That's grayed out here. That's what we're going to create right now. To do this, you have two options. One is the way that I outlined in the document here with the pictures. You can go to the insert menu, find headers and footers, and then click header. This will cause the header menu to appear at the top of the page, and that's this thing here. The other way to do this is just double click at the very top of the screen. Either way, you get the blue text options to appear right here, and then a drop-down menu will appear where you select page numbers. Make sure that you choose that it says header, that it shows on the first page, and then it starts at number 1, and that you then click apply. You have to do that for the page numbers to format correctly. Otherwise, you'll end up with the same number on every single page, and we don't want that. After you got your page number, type your last name to the left of that number with one space in between. Then double click again somewhere on the page that's not the top. That'll get you back into the body of your page. All right. And you can see diagrams of how to do this if you want to. And this is how it should end up looking. Your last name and then the page number. All right. So after you've exited the header menu, your cursor will automatically appear on the top left-hand page, or the top left-hand side of your paper. At this point, you'll need to click the format menu. All right. This is when you need to double space your essay. The entire essay, including the identifying information and the title, needs to be formatted like this. This makes it easier for professors to leave comments between the lines, and it's a lot easier to read a double-spaced essay. Make sure also that it is set that there are no spaces before or after the paragraphs. All right? They need to move right from one paragraph to the next. So, that identifying information. Make sure your essay is set to left align. This is the default in both Word and Google Docs, so please keep it that way. The first line of the page is where you type your first name and last name on one line. All right. Then hit enter one time, and then on the second line, you'll put your class name, class number, and section number. So ENGL for English, the class number, 110, 120, 411, whatever, a dash, and then the section number. This ends up looking like ENGL 110, 46, Spanish 101-2, or whatever. Hit enter again, and then put the due date of the essay. All right. This is, when I say due date, I literally mean the day that it is due. Not the day you started working on the essay, not when it was assigned, not whatever day you're turning it in. Just the day it's due. Some professors also want their name in this identifying information section. That is not technically part of MLA style, but if your professor wants it there, please put it in if they require it. That is the last part of the identifying information. The next thing is the title. Hit enter again and then center align. Then type the essay title. Do not make it any larger or smaller than the rest of the essay. Do not underline it. Do not put it in bold. Do not italicize it. Just have a clear descriptive title that is specific to your essay. There's a special thing called title case. All right. What that means is that the first letter of the first word, the first letter of the last word, and the first letter of any major word in between, so that's words longer than 4 letters, or ones that are not articles, a and the, or conjunctions, for and nor, but, or, yet, so. All the other words get capitalized. This title case is used for book, film, magazine, and article titles as well, not just your essay title. Hit enter one last time, make sure you go back to left align, and that's when you can start typing your essay. All right, remember to indent the first line of every single paragraph, and do not have empty lines between your paragraphs. All right, that'll look like this. All right, you can see everything is double spaced. And then at the very end, that's when you put in the last thing, the Works Cited page. If you have used any sources, which is outside materials of any kind, anything beyond you, you need to have a Works Cited page at the very end of your essay. This always begins on a totally new page, so you'll need to insert a page break to do this. Don't just hit enter a bunch of times. That ends up with some really wild looking formatting if you end up adding more to the essay later. Let the program you're using do the hard work of figuring out when a new page needs to be added. All right, insert, break, page break. That'll automatically keep your essay and the Works Cited page separate no matter what. All right, once you've created this new page, you do need to center align the first line and type, it'll be Works Cited for an MLA document or references for an APA document. Hit enter one last time, left align your essay again, and then you'll you'll do this special formatting called hanging indent. It puts the first line of every citation source further out than the rest of them. So it ends up looking like this. This is the first line of a multi-line citation, and this is the rest of it. All right, so hanging indent makes this happen automatically. To do that, you go to Format, Align and Indent, Indentation Options, and select Hanging under the special indent, and then make sure you click Apply. Otherwise, it won't stick. Always put your Works Cited page in alphabetical order by the author's last name. All right. It does not matter where in the essay the citation was found. I don't care if the first entry on your Works Cited page was the last thing that you cited. They go in alphabetical order. If your source does not have a named author, that is okay. You can still use the source. Just begin with the title of the source instead. So if this particular article here had not had a named author, we would just start with 3 key energy policies, blah, 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 blah. Look on Purdue's OWL, which is the online writing lab, or in the back of your Norton book for directions on how to cite your sources. I will also cover that in a different video and in a presentation I've got coming up here soon. If you've got any questions about how to make the formatting work, please let me know. I hope this video has helped some. Happy writing.